I'm here sui juris in propria persona. I reserve all rights. I, Jonathan Troy Colin Schuster, comma beneficiary and sovereign, and here under fraud, menace, and duress.
The moment Jonathan Schuster opens his mouth, it's clear we're dealing with another full-blown sovereign citizen performance. His introduction alone sounds like a conspiracy bingo card. Beneficiary, fiduciary, fraud, and even duress, all mashed together without a shred of meaning. You can almost see the judge's patience thinning before the actual hearing even starts. This kind of pseudo-legal gibberish has become the calling card of sovereign citizens who believe that saying magical Latin words somehow nullifies the law. It's a fascinating yet frustrating ritual where nonsense replaces reason. And while Schuster proudly lists fake legal terms like titles of nobility, the only thing he's proving is that Google and logic aren't friends.
I'm here sui juris in propria persona. I've challenged the jurisdiction of this court, and I don't understand. So I do need some questions answered. Is there a bond on this matter?
I believe you were PR. Actually, bail was set at $2,000.
There is a bond on this matter, correct?
Yes, there is.
Okay, and so is my social security number attached to these charges in any way?
I don't believe so.
You don't believe so?
I don't have any record of your social security number. So as far as I know, I don't know your social security number.
No, I'm saying, is my social security number attached to these charges in any way?
Only in the extent that it's connected to your driving history.
So is that a yes or a no?
In some way, shape, or form, your social security number is in the system with records on you. That is true.
Okay, so you just told me there was a bond, which means this is a commercial court.
It's not commercial.
Now you're saying that my social security number is attached to these charges. And so, which means this is assessed to case trust action, which you are a real party in interest to. And I just told you I was the beneficiary. You're supposed to be charging the trust. You're not charging the beneficiary. And if you're creating bonds against my trust without my permission, I don't know.
As the hearing begins, Schuster dives straight into his scripted confusion, asking whether his social security number is attached to his charges. It's the classic sovereign move, pretending that financial systems and criminal law operate through secret commercial bonds. The judge, remarkably patient, answers him calmly, but the answers don't matter. Schuster isn't listening. He's reciting lines from the Sovereign Citizen Handbook, not engaging in a real conversation. His obsession with commercial court and trust fraud only highlights how little he understands jurisdiction. Watching this exchange feels like watching two people speak entirely different languages, one based on law, the other built from YouTube delusions.
Move until you've proven jurisdiction, and you failed to do so. And if you cannot prove jurisdiction, then this matter needs to be dismissed with prejudice, because this is a commercial matter. I'm a non-U.S. citizen American national by way of American Samoa. I'm beneficiary. I am here sui juris in propria persona, and we cannot move any further on this matter until this is either dismissed with prejudice or you can prove jurisdiction.
So what would you like to do with your case? I assume, Mr. Parent, that you are not representing?
So the man cannot speak for me.
Okay, he's not speaking for you, but I am asking him a direct question, so I need you to let him answer.
Okay.
Yes, so the court did appoint us on this matter, but it sounds like he does not want my office to represent him, so I'm happy to withdraw.
You can dismiss yourself.
So would you like to represent yourself in the matter, Mr.
Please do
Schuster?
not tell me to shut up. You can dismiss yourself.
So he can't dismiss himself, only I can dismiss him. I'm asking you if you wish to have an attorney or if you wish to represent yourself.
This is a trust or systicate trust action. And so I'm here sui juris in propria persona. You know what that means. And so we can prove
Don't know what it means because it's nonsense, but nonetheless.
Prove jurisdiction, or we can dismiss this matter with prejudice.
So I'm not going to do that today. Here are your choices. You can have Mr. Parent represent you. You can choose to obtain private counsel, or you can represent yourself. Let's start there. Which of those three?
Nobody's going to represent me. I can present myself, as I said.
So you wish to go pro se? I don't need you to read the script. I need you to tell me if you wish to go pro se.
I told you I'm here sui juris in propria persona.
Ms. Roberts, are you there?
Yes, Judge.
My inclination is to set this matter over and see if Mr. Schuster wants to give it another shot with his attorney or go pro se. It looks like this is the first pretrial. I suspect he's not prepared to set for trial today.
What is the first one? There's no plead.
Okay, I'm not speaking to you, so you're going to have to wait. I'm speaking to Ms. Roberts.
I mean,
Judge, I would ask that we set this matter over 1 week.
Okay. Do you want to come back to court in 1 week and try again?
we can finish this matter now.
We
There's
can't.
no need to
We
move
can't.
this any further because
So here's
it's
the
not
thing.
proven jurisdiction.
Here's the thing. It's not my position today to have to prove jurisdiction to you.
It is. It is your position because
it's
it is
not.
on the courts.
And I'm also not going to argue with you.
There's no
So
arguing.
I'm going to have you come back to court in 1 week.
There's nothing you can prove that you have jurisdiction. This man does not speak for me.
So we're going to come back to court on July
That
1st.
That date doesn't work.
When Schuster starts accusing the court of committing fraud against his trust, you can sense that logic has officially left the building. He claims he's the beneficiary and that the judge is charging his trust, as if this were a monopoly board instead of a criminal courtroom. It's both comedic and tragic because he truly believes these words protect him from accountability. The judge tries to maintain professionalism, but you can almost hear the sigh behind her calm tone. Sovereign citizens often treat courtrooms like stages for their performances, yet every line only digs their hole deeper. It's legal theater, with no applause, just disbelief.
And I have no more time for this matter. And unless you can prove jurisdiction, there's no need for this matter to move any further.
But you're going to come back on July 1st at 9 a.m. If you don't come back on July 1st,
Are you threatening me now?
I'm telling you there's going to be a bench warrant issued if you don't show
You're
up. So
threatening me now.
I'm giving you the choice of showing up
No,
or a
I'm
bench
giving
warrant
you the
issuing.
choice to finish this matter now or be responsible for your actions.
We'll set this for July 1st.
Would you like to be responsible for your actions and set this further? Because you can do that, or you can dismiss this matter with prejudice.
I'm not going to do that today. So July 1st, 9 a.m. back in this courtroom.
Threatening me. Abigail, what's the reason for the threats, Abigail? You violated my rights enough.
We'll just hold Speedy for this
You
week, Ms.
violated my
Roberts.
rights enough. This matter needs to be dismissed with prejudice,
We'll see you back on July 1st.
or else what? You're going to threaten me?
Or else the court will issue a bench
So
warrant.
you're threatening me now, Abigail.
I am telling you your
I'm telling
options.
you this matter needs to be dismissed with prejudice because you cannot prove jurisdiction. This is a
Signature here.
antitrust action.
Signature here,
You're trying
please,
to
sir.
commit fraud.
Sir,
You're
Mr.
trying to
Schuster.
commit fraud. Miss, I'm
So-
speaking with Abigail.
You're done.
No,
you're
no,
done.
you can't tell me I'm done.
I
This
can.
is no, you don't have power to do that.
Your court case is over.
You don't have power to do that.
Sir, your hearing is over. If you don't take your paperwork and leave the courtroom, we'll have you remanded into custody.
You're threatening me now,
I'm
even more
Giving
so
you
than
a
you already
choice.
were. And if anybody tries to touch me,
Schuster continues. His confidence grows inversely to his logic. He insists the judge prove jurisdiction, as if saying the word enough times forces the court to vanish. The irony is that by showing up, speaking, and arguing, he's already accepted the court's jurisdiction, something every sovereign refuses to acknowledge. The judge, showing textbook patience, offers him choices: accept representation, get private counsel, or represent himself. But Schuster refuses to pick any, choosing instead to loop his script like a malfunctioning robot. It's painful to watch because this behavior only ensures a harsher outcome, yet he thinks he's winning.
Schuster, 480525748.
for the record, this man.
Why don't you come up to council table, please, so we can create a record?
No, I don't want to give you any personal jurisdiction, so I'll stay right here.
No, you'll come to the council table if you would like to be heard and make a record. So you need to come up and turn on the microphone.
No, I don't need to do that for me to be heard.
We are audio recording, so to be heard, you need to come up to the table and sit with the microphone.
You don't have to. I don't have to come up there for you to hear me. You can hear me perfectly fine.
I can hear you, but we are creating a court record, which is audio recording.
Jurisdiction by doing what you said because you don't have jurisdiction over me. And so, for the record,
Mr. Schuster, I
I
did.
reserve all rights.
I did put
Aye.
Mr. Parent as standby counsel. Right now, you don't represent yourself. You have standby
Appoint
counsel.
counsel to me
Well,
without my permission. He has no permission to be my counsel. I'm here sui juris, appropriate persona. I, Jonathan Troy Faifaleos Amaliatoa Collins Schuster, am here under fraud, menace, and duress. I've made a special appearance to this court for those reasons. I've challenged the jurisdiction of this court, and you have not answered that challenge, Ms. Jennifer. And so I have some questions for you.
well, right
Are you
now,
able to answer them?
I am not here to be interrogated by you. You are
Well, I
under the
just don't
jurisdiction
understand
of this.
what's going on here.
I think you understand and you choose not
I
to
do not
take in the information.
understand
Okay, well,
what's going on
Mr.
here.
Schuster,
I don't understand the nature and cause of what's going on. I don't understand how you can practice law from the bench. I don't understand how you can appoint counsel when I've told you over and over and over again that I'm here sui juris appropriate persona. I'm here of my own right, in my proper person. He does not have my permission to represent me in any way.
well, it doesn't sound like you know how to represent yourself either, which you would,
represent myself.
well, you would.
No,
Either you
I
have
don't.
counsel or you are acting pro
Represent
se.
myself. And so, like I have told you, I'm here.
Things get funnier when the judge calmly asks if he wants an attorney, and Schuster erupts into chaos about being here sui juris. The phrase sounds fancy, but means nothing in this context. The judge's restraint is incredible. She doesn't mock him or shout. She simply tries to bring him back to reality. Meanwhile, he keeps declaring that the court lacks authority, ignoring the irony that he's literally talking to the judge whose authority he denies. The patience on display could win medals. Few people could stay this calm while being bombarded with nonsense. It's a masterclass in judicial composure versus delusional confidence.
I understand that the city's bringing up whether or not you're able to proceed in this matter. So whether or not you're able to understand the nature of the proceedings and be able to assist your attorney or to represent yourself, you have to be able to meet that threshold.
I'm
And the
here.
fact that I think it's not that you don't understand, I think it's you choose not to understand and that you have someone giving you information that you are spewing in court. So you're simply off base, but I don't know that it's due to a mental defect
we cannot
that is
move
causing you
forward
to not be able to
to
understand.
challenge my competency because I have challenged the jurisdiction of this court,
we're
and you have
not
not
We're
proved
not dealing
jurisdiction.
in social security or contract
You
or
have to prove
maritime.
jurisdiction before we can move any further.
So that's just not how it works in this court, and I don't think
that's
you
how
have
it
the
works.
legal.
You must prove jurisdiction because I've challenged the jurisdiction. If you cannot prove jurisdiction, then I move to dismiss this matter with prejudice.
That's denied.
And so, Jennifer, Miss Jennifer, can you
I'm
prove
Judge Grant, so I'm going to
Jennifer,
have you.
can you establish the jurisdiction? Can you prove jurisdiction?
Ms. McDonald, I don't know that this is him not understanding.
I do not understand the nature or cause
Well,
of
he doesn't have legal training, so that I think is
that does not
clear.
matter.
Well,
If I'm here sui juris and propria persona, I'm of my own right. I'm in my proper person. You've created a bond on this matter. You've attached my social security to this matter. You're trying to charge my trust without my permission, which is illegal. It's fraud, and I'm not going to stand for that. So you must prove jurisdiction before we can move any further. You've already tried to practice law from the bench, which is illegal. You cannot do. You've tried to assign counsel when I've given.
As the discussion drags on, Schuster's defiance turns to aggression. He interrupts, talks over the judge, and tries to dismiss his own attorney as if he's in control of the courtroom. Every time the judge sets boundaries, he circles back to the same meaningless script about jurisdiction and trusts. You can almost feel the tension rise as the courtroom tries to function while he monologues about imaginary laws. This is the hallmark of the sovereign mindset. Confuse, overwhelm, and deny reality until authority gives up. But here, the judge doesn't. She keeps the process steady, proving that patience is sometimes the sharpest weapon in justice.
And have you been able to provide any assistance to him on a standby basis?
No, Your Honor, he doesn't want any assistance.
Okay.
So I'd ask to withdraw as a standby.
So we could go through the colloquy. We can provide him with the form for rights. I don't know that he's going to choose to participate in that. But that would be the next step and set it for trial. So Ms. McDonald,
I don't have a problem setting it for trial. If he's going to waive counsel altogether, then I think we need to have him sign the waiver of right to counsel.
absolutely. I'm just saying I don't know that he's going to participate in that process either.
Right. No, I understand
We have
that.
speedy trial at
It is the
August
burden
9th.
of the state to prove jurisdiction. The prosecuting attorney has not done that. And so what we have here is we need to dismiss this matter with prejudice. And I motion to dismiss this matter with prejudice.
Denied.
Based on the fact that the prosecuting attorney has not proven jurisdiction.
Mr. Schuster, would you like to sit at this table away from council so that we can hear you on the
This isn't
microphone?
counsel.
Well, you could sit at this table if you'd like. There's a pen and a form and a microphone for you if you'd like.
We cannot move until jurisdiction has been proven.
Yeah, it should be a,
You have failed to prove in jurisdiction.
Jurisdiction is something that we prove at trial. It is a factual issue as well.
We cannot move any further until jurisdiction has been proven. And none of you have done that.
Right. So Mr. Schuster, did the court say that was end of August, or?
it was August 9th is speedy trial.
So
And if you plan on having me back here,
Eventually, the judge attempts to move the case forward, suggesting a new hearing date. Schuster, in full meltdown mode, claims he's under duress and refuses to return. He demands dismissal with prejudice, as if saying it forces the judge's hand. When she sets the next hearing, he calls it a threat, exposing how deeply the sovereign paranoia runs. For them, accountability equals oppression. The courtroom exchange becomes a study in delusion versus discipline. The judge never loses control, even as Schuster accuses her of tyranny. It's a perfect example of how real law remains unshaken by imaginary doctrine.
and so if you want me back here, it seems that you have Zoom court available. I'm more than happy to make a special appearance via Zoom, but you're taking away my time and freedom to provide for my family.
does the August term start August 6th, Your Honor?
It does.
So I would request we set it during August term.
All right, so Mr. Schuster, you've been charged with driving while your license was suspended in the 3rd degree and for operating a vehicle without the required ignition interlock device and refusing to comply with law enforcement officer. You are on a deferred prosecution in another court, and the consequences are extreme for you. You are subject to another court, and they could very well.
Get in trouble, and you have to prove jurisdiction. You haven't done that, and you failed to do
Obviously,
that.
you
over
believe
and
that
over and
courts
over
do
again.
have
And so,
jurisdiction over you.
Obviously, you have to be able to prove it, and you haven't. And you can keep pushing it and doing this, but it's just a waste of time for everybody. I definitely understand that this is not what you think it is. And this is just a waste of time at this point. So whatever you need to do to prove jurisdiction, but I know you can. So if you want to waste more of everybody's time, go ahead. Because obviously I'm not going to allow you to threaten me anymore, which you've done.
Nobody's threatening.
The climax hits when Schuster accuses the judge of threatening him for explaining that failure to appear would result in a warrant. His paranoia and arrogance combine into a bizarre defiance, and he even threatens to charge anyone who touches him with assault. It's the full sovereign meltdown. When logic fails, they claim persecution. Yet the judge remains calm, simply closing the session while maintaining dignity and authority. The contrast between professionalism and delusion couldn't be sharper. Watching this, you realize the real power in the room isn't loud. It's quiet, patient, and backed by the law, not fantasy.